URU Metals is developing the Zeb nickel project in South Africa, and to find out more about what the asset contains, I'm delighted to be joined by the VP of Exploration, Richard Montjoie. So, Richard, what is it about Zeb that interests the company? What are you exploring for aside from the nickel?
Thanks, Sarah. Yeah, so we're very excited about the project. We're busy exploring for nickel, copper, and PGEs, and particularly we're looking for massive sulfides. Massive sulfides contain nickel, copper, and platinum group metals, those are PGEs. So we work an exploration campaign to find this under the ground.
So that's the hope, but without expensive drilling and exploration, what have you done to see underground, as it were, and build up a picture of what's below the surface?
We've recently acquired some beautiful geophysics, and this geophysics contains magnetic data and gravity data. And this allows us to effectively see under the ground. So think of it about sort of a MRI for the Earth. So firstly, we need to understand how these mineral deposits form underground and the process of their formation. And we believe that the Z project ticks a lot of these boxes. In fact, ticks all the boxes for the formation of these mineral deposits.
You've provided me with a slide, so I'm looking at it and it looks very beautiful. It's got all these rainbow colors on, but from a lay person's point of view, what is it that I'm looking at? What do the layers and the colors represent?
Sure, great question. So I've given you two slides. First one is the magnetics, and that effectively tells us how magnetic the rocks are. And by looking at rocks that contain iron, which often hosts these nickel deposits. The second one is gravity. Gravity tells us how dense the rocks are. Nickel deposits also, nickel is very dense, very heavy. So gravity shows up these rocks that host the dense nickel deposits.
So how close are these to surface? Because no one likes a nasty, expensive, deep drilling operation.
Yeah. So Sarah, the wonderful thing that this data has shown is it's showing us fairly close to the surface a magmatic plumbing system. So what this is magmatic rocks are volcanic rocks. So nickel deposits are formed when ancient, in fact, billions of years ago, these volcanic rocks brought the nickel to surface or close to surface. And it would have scavenged all the nickel from the surrounding magma and mixed with sulfides. And the sulfides need some sort of trap site. Think of a trap under your sink. If you drop something heavy down there, it blocks the sink because it gets stuck in a little U trap underneath. So that's effectively what we're looking for. We're looking for all this magma would have scavenged the nickel out of the magma. It mixes with the sulfides and gets deposited in what we call trap sites. Now, this geophysics has clearly shown us some potential trap sites, which we now need to drill. And with the hope of these trap sites will contain our massive sulfide deposits, which typically contain high-grade nickel, copper, and platinum group metals. So to answer your question, it looks like they're fairly close to the surface. We're about to do a bit more geophysical modeling on it. So hopefully that'll give us an answer in the next couple of weeks. And then the next step will be to drill it.
Okay, because last time we spoke, you said that part of the business plan is targeting higher grades. And I just wanted to know what is or what are the mechanisms to do this? How do you intend to do this?
Well, this is certainly the first step in doing it. It's just to understand, or one of the steps in doing it is first to understand where the higher grade nickel could effectively be. So, if it is there, it'll be associated with nickel sulfides. So this geophysics is a direct vector to target these nickel sulfides. So we now need to do a detailed geophysical interpretation on it. The clever geophysicists will actually pinpoint drill targets for us, and we will get out there and physically drill it.
Okay, so just two more questions, please, Richard. Are you confident from a geologist's point of view that the data you have point to all the ingredients for a successful and profitable mining operation?
Very much so, Sarah. Our strategy has always been to improve the grade of the Zeb nickel project. And from a geological point of view, the project ticks all the boxes for containing all the ingredients that you need to make the nickel sulfide cake. So to say. So now we're well on the way to making our cake, and so let's get drilling. And we've got no reason to believe they won't be there.
Okay, so when might investors hear about the next milestone, which is securing the mining right?
Great question. We're expecting something later next month.
Okay, many thanks, Richard Montjoie, VP of Exploration for URU Metals. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thanks, Sarah.